Hey everyone! Today, let's talk about a question you've probably never considered. Do you really think eating sweets is your own choice? What if I told you that your love for sugar is actually a carefully designed trap? Sounds a bit scary, right? Today we're going to break it all down. The superglue metaphor. Let's start with a weird question that will make perfect sense in a moment. Imagine your favorite cake or ice cream. Now imagine its texture was like superglue. So sticky that if it got on your hands, you couldn't wash it off. Pretty disgusting, right? Keep that image in your mind. It's the key to understanding everything we're about to discuss. The stakes are higher than you think. Before we dig deeper, let's look at the stakes. Scientific research has long shown that eating too much sugar isn't just about getting fat. It's an attack on your brain. It breaks down the blood-brain barrier, impairs your memory and analytical skills, and can even lead to depression. In fact, excessive sugar consumption is linked to 45 different diseases. This isn't a scare tactic. It's a cold, hard reality. The trap. It's not innate. It's perfumed. So how did we fall into this trap? It starts with a concept you might not have heard of. Our love for sugar isn't something we're born with. It's something we are taught. There's a term for this called zhuangxi, which means habitual perfuming or conditioning. Think of a white cloth. If you soak it in a dye vat long enough, the color becomes part of the cloth. Our preference for sugar is dyed into us by our environment until it feels like a natural instinct. Think about a baby. If you give a newborn sugar, they don't go, wow, delicious. They usually scowl at the strange taste. But then, as we grow up, adults say, good boy, girl, have a candy. Or you got an A. Let's go get ice cream. Sugar becomes anchored to the feelings of reward, love, and happiness. After 100 times, that connection becomes almost unbreakable. The neurological prison. This long-term conditioning isn't just a feeling. It physically changes your brain. It builds what we could call a neurological prison. Imagine it like this. The first time you eat sugar, you step out a tiny, invisible path in the forest of your brain. Every time you eat it again, you walk that path again. Soon the path becomes a dirt road, then a paved road, and eventually, it becomes an 8-lane superhighway. When the thought I want something sweet flashes in your mind, your brain zooms down that highway at full speed. There are no red lights. You can't stop it. To dismantle this highway, they say there are only two ways, either a total spiritual awakening or future technology that can surgically cut that neural path. That's how hard it is to quit through willpower alone. The social fuel. It's not just your brain. The entire society is maintaining that highway for you. From TV ads to holiday gatherings, everyone is sending the same message. Eating sweets is normal, and you can't celebrate without a cake. This is driven by massive economic interests. Big corporations want your money, and governments want the taxes. Everyone is incentivized to keep you buying and eating. The solution: cotton versus Lotus. So, is it hopeless? Not at all. But the escape isn't through white-knuckling it with willpower. It's through a smarter mindset. Think of two mindsets, the cotton mindset and the Lotus mindset. Cotton. If you drop cotton in water, it absorbs everything. It becomes heavy, soggy, and stuck. This is us absorbing all the social pressure and sugar temptations. Lotus. The lotus grows in the mud, yet its leaves and flowers remain pristine and clean. True freedom doesn't come from fighting a daily war with yourself. I want it, but I can't have it. That's exhausting and bound to fail. True freedom comes from a deep, bone-level understanding of the harm. When you truly get it, you don't feel like you can't eat it, simply don't want to anymore. The ice cream soap experiment. How do you reach that deep understanding? Try this experiment at home. Buy a tub of ice cream. Instead of eating it, treat it like soap. Rub it all over your hands. Now try to wash it off. You'll find it's not just water soluble. It's oily, sticky, and gross. The more you rub, the more it smears. Even after using soap multiple times, your skin might still feel greasy. Now think about this. If it's that hard to wash it off your outer skin with soap and water, how on earth do you wash it out of your bloodstream or the deepest parts of your brain once you swallow it? Build your utopia. The final step is the most important. Find or build your utopia. I don't mean a fantasy world. I mean a support circle of people with the same goal. Fighting this battle alone is incredibly hard. When you're by yourself, your success rate is tiny. But when you're surrounded by people who remind and encourage each other, your odds skyrocket. We've all been there. You decide to quit sugar, but at a party, a friend hands you a drink and says, "Come on, just one cup won't hurt." Your inner demon agrees. "It's not my fault. They offered it to me." That is how your environment gives you the perfect excuse to fail. Conclusion. The secret to escaping the sweet trap is this. A lotus mindset is not enough. You need a lotus pond. You need the inner understanding and an outer environment that supports you. Together, these two things create the path to freedom. So here is my question for you. Look at the people around you, your family, friends and colleagues. Who is a member of your utopia? And who is the person always handing you the drink that makes you break your resolve? Think about it. Finding your allies might just be the starting point for changing everything.